What is up, guys? Welcome back to another daily build video and another weekly summit bundle video. I don't feel like I got to make one last week because we had the new month, or maybe that was the week before. I don't know. I'm losing track of time. I turned 37 this last week and everything is just mush inside my head. Anyways, we got three cars for you today: the S14, which I'm driving now, the Shelby GT500, and then the Honda Integra Type R. Now, I'm excited to drive both the 240 and the Type R because both of these cars actually perform okay in Street 1. However, the GT500 is just kind of garbage in Street 2. It's just not that great. So, anyways, let's get into it. Let's go. All right, so because I'm driving the S14, let's talk about that one first. After going back to this car and testing it again, as you may know already, I did a video on this car a while back, but after going back to it and testing it again, I do like the tune that I had on it, and it does work well with the new steering sensitivity settings. But after those settings, I was actually able to decrease my time significantly on the test courses. If you take a look at what I've got here, we're at a 229.035 on Kyusha Spirit. That is almost 5 seconds faster than what I had before, and it moved this car up tremendously. It was down near like the 20th position, or yeah, 20th or 21st, something like that. And now it's actually 8th on my list in terms of Street 1. Now, obviously, I haven't tested all of the Street 1 cars, so that could change in the future. But for right now, as of this video, this 240SX is actually 8th on Street 1. It actually is better than the Integra Type R, but not really by that much. Between 8th and where the Integra sit is very, very close. The Integra Type R, on the other hand, ran a 229.461 on Kyusha Spirit and a 204.212 on Kiss Me Combi. Those are the two test courses. It makes it so there's only 0.3 of a second between this Integra Type R and the 240SX. That being said, the cars couldn't be any more different. They handle completely differently. They both feel fine in their own respects, but this 240 is a rear-wheel drive, whereas the Integra is a front-wheel drive car, and they feel differently. The Integra likes to pull back to center after turns because it's a front-wheel drive car, and the 240 likes to oversteer into corners if you have too much throttle. So you got to be really careful with both cars in different ways. They feel completely different, but they both handle the tracks pretty well, and they both have decent times. 0.3 of a second is really just not that much, and we're going to be using these on completely different tracks for this summit. So there's not really any reason to compare them. I'm just doing it for the sake of the video. But if you want to use these in grand races, there you go. Anyways, here are the tunes for those two cars, and then we'll talk about the Mustang Shelby GT500. All right, moving into the Shelby GT500. Now, keep in mind, there are two different Shelby GT500s. There is a 2020 Ford Mustang Shelby GT500, and then a 2013 Ford Shelby GT500. Those are two different cars. One is a 2020, one's a 2013. The 2013 is the one that we're going to be needing for this summit. And to be honest, they both run like garbage, so it doesn't really matter which one we're talking about, except for the tune is going to be for this one for this summit, so it does matter. I don't know what's happening right now. My brain doesn't work. Anyways, the time that I was able to run on Kyusha Spirit is a 220.499, and with the best time on Kyusha being a 212, you can see it's not that great. The GT500 is just not that great. It's actually quite slow for what it is. I don't know. It's just not fun to drive. That being said, it does run at 325 on Groundworks, which again, not the best. The best time is a 317 on Groundworks, so it's quite a bit behind the best cars in the class. It is nowhere near meta. I mean, it handles all right. I just think it feels a little bit slow, which is kind of funny for that particular car. The car should have a lot of power, and I don't know, it just doesn't. So you might not like using it in this summit. That being said, here is the tune for it, and then we'll wrap up the video. Anyways, to close this out, those are your three cars that you're going to be using for the summit. And God, the Shelby just looks so good, to be honest with you. I'm not a Mustang fan at all. I really don't like it. But this one looks mean, dude. Oh, I almost ran into a Silverado. All right, dude. Anyways, that's it for the video, man. Thank you guys so much. Hopefully you guys enjoy the tune, and check out my summit stream that's happening tonight, every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Central. Thank you guys so much. We'll catch you on the next one. Trigger out.